Hey everybody, how you guys doing? I feel like it's a late night, like somewhere at 2 a.m., but it's actually about 9 p.m. But it's dark and cold. I personally enjoy the winter. I love winter because it feels cozy at home. And I felt like recording a message for you, especially having very interesting and powerful session with somebody who shared what's going on in his mind and soul, and I felt that there are some things we could discuss here that might be helping those people that feel a little bit heartbroken, even though they know that things maybe did not work out for the best, but they still feel bad about the breakup, or when their expectations didn't meet, the things that they were expecting did not happen. So basically it's maybe a continuation of a video about taking responsibility for the way you feel. So we definitely, all of us, we make mistakes. We all go through ups and downs and hard times and fun times. But I really think that there is no other way of learning but making your own mistakes and learning from them. Despite of what you know in the theory, despite whatever you listen, sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, you have to hit the floor. But really, experience comes from what we're doing, from what we're personally going through, and that's just how life is. And take every mistake as a defeat or every wrong strategy as a defeat, I wouldn't do that. I really think that sometimes all these things and hardships we're going through, we have to be grateful for them, because if we approach them in the right way, we can really learn and grow, whether it's personal relationship or business or whatever that is. And today let's talk about emotional investment. The reason why I think it's important to address it with understanding a little bit more and connecting a little more to your potential partner, person you like, we can avoid some unnecessary heartbreak and break the pattern of being taken advantage of, or when we are over investing and we feel bad, but actually nobody asked us to invest, or even if they did, it was our choice to do that. So sometimes we feel that when we meet a person and we like that person, what we should do is immediately step in, put all of our attention, all of our focus, all of our emotional power, all of our time, all of our efforts into this one person. It doesn't matter that we just met. It doesn't, matter that we don't even know how they feel about us. We like them, so we take all the initiative and we just decided to win them this way. And I have to say that sometimes it really works. Maybe especially now culture, the whole chivalry thing and winning over thing. It's possibly, I don't know, maybe in some cases it would work if that is a woman that is a Cinderella kind, the woman that's waiting for somebody to come and save her, that is maybe a little bit desperate too, in a way. Oh, I'm getting warm. So but I would like to bring up something more mature, and more mature relationships is taking your time and invest in another person step by step. Do not help or do anything for the person if it doesn't feel good. What do I mean by this? Unless it feels good to give to another person, to whatever that might be. Maybe, have a conversation that they desperately need, or support them in a difficult situation, or I don't know, maybe it's something material. Regardless what it is, don't do anything in a relationship unless you totally feel happy for doing it. It feels good doing it. You don't even do it because they need it. You do it because it makes you feel good. This way, you will not regret you done it, and you won't wait for them to respond you. Again, I want to put your attention on it. When you do something for somebody, make sure you aren't waiting, especially when it's somebody new in your life, or whatever. Even, I think actually, regardless, don't wait for something in return. So this way, you're gonna be fine. You will enjoy if they have a wonderful reaction, and maybe you take a relationship to the next level. But if they don't, you're gonna be fine. So that's number one. And secondly is that there are stages of relationships where amount of investment is appropriate, or maybe stages when relationship are building. So imagine if you, for example, you're looking for a job and you only hoping to get 45,000, because you know you need more skills and you need to work more to go up. And here you come to this office and somebody is like, oh my gosh, you're awesome, and let me give you $100,000, like right now. You'll be excited at first. It might really raise your self-esteem for a couple days, but then you're gonna be very surprised, and you probably, then you're gonna get used to it, and then you're gonna be working, and you might even lose the appreciation for it. You might be really confused, and God knows what would happen, because you did not work for it. It's like you don't know what to expect. Same thing with the relationship. When you meet somebody you really like, also you want to give them all of your attention, all of your time, all of your effort. You might really confuse and scare the person. It's true. If you all at once you're gonna give all of your efforts, in the first week that they know you. So taking your time and having certain steps in that investment. Let's talk more today about emotional investment and developing their relationship. Taking some time. For example, step one, when you making a step and the person you're with making a step, you're making another step, they making a step. So giving them some opportunity to show initiative, and taking yours, but not overwhelmingly, not all at once, and giving them time to think about it. And also give yourself stepping back and seeing if they are responding, if there is the connection is starting to develop and they have a good response to you. Because very often when we are into somebody, we ignore how they respond, or we prefer not to see it. So when it's one-sided, we take the words as if they're interested in us, as if they show personal interest, but they may be just trying to be polite. And if you would pay attention and give it a minute, you would see it, that there is nothing but politeness or nothing but friendly feelings toward you. But again, we prefer not to see that. We prefer turn their words around and imagine as if whatever their reaction is that showing affection, the kind of affection we want to see. So basically, the whole strategy is just taking it slower. giving yourself some time, giving them some time. And I think it works especially with the Western psychology maybe better, because we still in post-USSR, we still in a way children of Cinderella story, where the prince come over on a white horse and fight with everybody and win us over. And also it's a nice story, but it probably will work only for 5% of people, if that. So in a real world, even with our mentality, women like to take some time before they accept some bigger things, some bigger commitments, even bigger investments in all the ways. Smart woman always will give it a thought. She would want it to be developed. She would not want to have it all at once. Yeah. So, don't want this video to be too long, guys. I just thought I bring this point because, some of you are going through some hard times and holidays are here, and, I agree with that. You feel maybe time to think over your life. New Year's is coming. Also, you see happy couples everywhere and not so happy, but whatever is going on, holidays always have this power. We starting to think more about where our life is going, what should we change in our approach or relationships, and maybe what should we do to make things better for us and for future or existing relationship. And my point, it's in this video, is have your investment strategy. If you know you have a pattern of things where you jump in too soon, too fast, too much, maybe it's time to change it. Maybe it's time to refocus from pleasing other people that not even ready for it. Give yourself a little bit more of attention and give the person you like a little bit more freedom to choose, some more space to step in with their initiative, and taking it step by step, kind of like exchanging emails. You send an email, she send an email, you send an email, she send an email. So I'm not saying stop being show your initiative. No, I'm saying show your initiative, but give her time to respond. Once she responded, she makes her step, then time to you to come up with something else. But this way, you can feel before time, if you feel that this is just a friendship, or you won't go too far and you won't go into this victim offended painful state, which is sometimes happens anyway, where you feel like, oh, I keep giving, I don't receive anything. Remember that giving, investing in somebody, and the amount of your investment is your choice. So that is super important to remember. You might not feel very good, you might be upset with somebody, but you ignored the signs, you prefer not to see, you in a way let that other person to kind of use you. So that is your responsibility. Just be more aware. Watch for obvious things, because usually again we tend to just ignore them and go with the flow. If we just listen to the other person and see their body language, see the way they respond, pay a little bit more attention to also non-verbal things, we would see that we need to keep going and investing and initiating and connecting, or maybe we should stop it right there and just have a good acquaintance or a friend zone. or just being friends. So that's all I have to say. I'm always getting carried away with this kind of videos, but I just want to give a shout out to those who feel a little bit in pain, a little bit maybe lonely, a little bit hurt. You are responsible to put yourself together. If things didn't work out, they were not meant to be, because great things never break apart. So make yourself feel good, make some special things for yourself, be a little bit more considerate to break the pattern, whatever pattern you see through your relationship history. And I know that you will see the change in the way people see you, and you will get the recognition you want to get, and unnecessary heartbreaks do not have to happen. We just need to pay a little bit more attention to what we are doing because autopilot often works against us. So guys, thank you so much. Feel free to comment, share if you like this video, and I will see you next time.